Alright, a little bit different, kind of a bonus video than what I would normally do, but I just figured there's just too much stuff here not to go through and kind of share it, and just kind of, go through it a little bit. So this is an auction find. So I got, of course, all of these boxes of parts, sprung amongst the floor here. And then I also got some pressure washers and some engines. None of this really cost a whole lot. It was basically just under 150 bucks for all of this, which is actually pretty crazy considering what some of these like carburetors and other stuff here is worth. But I'm going to go through these engines first, and then we'll probably go just kind of do the basics through these parts. I got a little bit of an idea what's here, but I got to sort through everything, figure out what I'm keeping, what I'm selling, and what stuff is just kind of garbage. But I'm going to go through the engines first, and we'll kind of go from there. So this one here is a vertical shaft. It says 14.5 horse overhead valve, but it's a flathead. So it's probably, and it's got the old carburetor, so it's probably a 12.5 horse, probably from the early 80s, I'm guessing. It turns over, as far as I can tell. The pulley's probably rusted on it, but, it's good for at least parts, if anything. Then we have this here. I don't know what it is for sure, but it says engine gasoline military standard. Yeah, I don't really know that one. This is something really cool. So it's a military engine, which is neat. It is 2-cylinder. Okay. Well, I guess I should have known that because it has 2 heads. So it should be a 2-cylinder. But yeah, I thought this was really cool. All these engines were kind of a package deal. Them 2 pressure washers were separate. But this thing's in pretty rough shape. It would be cool to probably just restore maybe and just have as like a decorative kind of piece. Wow, it turns pretty nice actually. Next one here is it's like a water pump type of engine. Has this big fan like blade propeller on it. It's probably seized up. Yeah, that thing doesn't turn at all. I thought it was seized up. I think it's like a 12 horse Kohler or something like that. I thought it was like a Wisconsin Robin from the look of the shroud, but there's a decal somewhere. I seen Kohler, I thought. Yeah, there's a decal here. You guys probably won't be able to see it, but it does say Kohler on it. So, got a Kohler engine of some kind. And then we have a Briggs. This would probably be a good one if I can, get it working. Industrial Plus, who knows what horsepower, probably like 8.5 horsepower. So I thought it turned, but this shroud is got a big dent in it, so it probably won't turn. But it's a Briggs, so I could probably fix it. If anything, I can rebuild it. Aluminum block, industrial, so it's probably got a cast iron cylinder sleeve at least. Next one here is a Honda GX. Well, it's a 300 something. Let's see for sure. It is a 389cc, so that's a 390. So Honda GX 390. Unknown anything. Don't know if it turns over because the recoil handle is pulled out. And it's missing the valve cover. But parts for them things are really cheap online, so I got that. I'm like, well, I can always use that engine on pretty much anything. And most of the outside parts are there, so if I got to buy like a short block or something for it, for what I paid for it, it was, still can get a short block for it, you know what I mean? Next one here is a Wisconsin Robin. Doesn't have compression from what I remember. Or very little, which could be just valves because it's been sitting forever, but it turns really nice at least. Aluminum block, which I didn't know they made these with an aluminum block. But it's like a mixture of old. Like, it looks pretty old, but it has a new-ish looking sticker, somewhat more modern. A gas tank on the top, which is neat. And then the last engine is this kind of pressure washer contraption, vertical shaft. I kind of don't really care about it. I paid, I think, well, it was just under 150 for everything here, but like this miscellaneous parts lot was 60 bucks. I forget what the engines cost. I think these pressure washers were like 35, which this one here I don't really have plans for, but that one there I would pay 35 bucks for that engine, so I think it's worth it. Briggs gaskets, which would work good for rebuilding that Briggs if I need to, or any other Briggs that I've got that's the same style. And then we've got, start with these parts. We've got miscellaneous air filters, which there's more over there. Everything seems anyway to have a part number on it, so I can cross-reference and look that up. And here we got some Kawasaki valves, probably for a flathead, which I didn't know Kawasaki had a flathead, but maybe they did. Here's probably the head gasket for the same engine. Like carburetor gaskets, we've got all kinds of stuff. Pretty much you name it, it's here pretty much, it seems like. Here's some like Morodeck wheels for the front of some kind of Morodeck. And then we've got some John Deere parts. These here my parents need for their 3025 for the seat. Kind of like a seat spring, but they're rubber. Theirs is all falling apart, so there's 2 of them here they need 4. I'll give these to them. Miscellaneous like string trimmer parts thrown in too. Like I think this is for a string trimmer. Probably a chainsaw part. That stuff, there's not a huge market for it. But maybe I'll just put it in a whole bunch of stuff and put it on eBay. Here's I don't know, some type of John Deere electrical part. I gotta, of course, type all the numbers in and do a search on everything. It's gonna be quite the process. Miscellaneous filters. Some of this stuff I'm just gonna keep because you never know, I get into all kinds of stuff. A lot of Briggs & Stratton, like Ace push mower, whatever that means. So some kind of push mower. Air filter shroud for Briggs, which I actually needed, which is cool. Which has some little parts in it. Bunch of gaskets. Seals, of course, part numbers on them. Another air filter box, which I just found. And then Briggs & Stratton. Oh, this is exciting. Because I needed one of these a few years ago. And the engine's sitting upstairs waiting for one because I don't have one. So this is a probably 5 horsepower Briggs carburetor where has the gas tank below it. Brand new, OEM. So that's probably worth quite a bit, I'm assuming. Because they don't make these anymore, I'm sure. So that's pretty cool. There's other carburetors here, like Kohler carburetors that I know are kind of expensive. We got some tire tubes. A bunch of them that's actually sizes I want, like these 23 1050 or 26 blah 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 12. Anyway, they'll fit a garden tractor. There's 3 of those. There's an 18-inch one. There's like some lawnmower front tubes. There's even some bicycle tubes and a couple bicycle tires thrown in here, which is kind of weird for a wherever lawnmower dealer this came from to have bicycle parts, but whatever. Got some V-belts. I think they're all the same size. They're for some kind of MTD, but I mean, I'll keep these because you never know what else will fit. Another air filter, which I'll just put in the air filter pile. This is mainly string trimmer parts, because all of this stuff was like in garbage bags. So if you kind of see like a mountain of parts, it came out of its own kind of garbage bag. And I just bought a pallet full of what looked like garbage. But if you dig through it, it's all this stuff. But we got more, basically chainsaw and kind of trimmer type parts. Really weird looking carburetor for probably a chainsaw. Hour gauge, brand new hour gauge, which is really nice actually. Here we've got something fragile, bearing kit. Then we've got a Kohler carburetor of some kind, which I looked in this already. This thing looks like it's for an older, like cast iron Kohler, like that one. So these are probably worth quite a bit, I'm assuming, because it's OEM and it's a Kohler. So that's pretty cool. I don't really have a use for that, but there might be somebody out there that does. Another Kohler something, which I'm gonna look in to see what this is. This looks like another carburetor of the same style. So I think all of these white boxes, that's another carburetor. This is smaller. Let's see what this is. This is ignition coil for probably a slightly newer Kohler, like vertical shaft, probably like a lawnmower engine. So that's what that is. I'm sure that's what that is. There's a big Kohler box. I wonder what's in here. Oh, kit, carburetor with gaskets, it says. Huge carburetor. Then there's a whole bunch of Briggs & Stratton parts, which there's a lot of these little boxes that is just like a key for a pulley. They're like spark. What is this? A spring. There's carburetor floats. Here's another key. So it's just like a keyway. There's a lot of like little dumb parts. Like this bag here feels empty, but there's probably something in it. Yeah, there's something in it. It is a timing key. So a lot of, I mean, usable stuff, but it's really like weird stuff, if you know what I mean. Like here's another box. Oil ring set. It weighs like nothing. We've got a cable, which I could use for who knows what that I need a cable for. Another cable, which, I mean, I have projects you never know I might need a cable for. We've got some stiff, like, stainless steel metal rods. I don't know what those are for. Doesn't really say. It does say, oh, it does say steel, so it's for a steel product of some kind. We've got a cylinder for whatever that part number is for, so like a 2-cycle something. Husqvarna gas cap, it looks like. Husqvarna Pushmore wheel. These Briggs parts kind of goes on forever. Like here's a connecting rod. Here we've got, some of this stuff is actually kind of more exciting than others. Here's a pinion spring. Crankcase breather tube. Head gasket. Probably for an older flathead. This feels like maybe another wheel. This goes on a pushmower, self-propelled pushmower for the mower blade. I mean, a Briggs muffler. I'm gonna kind of scoot along here. Another Briggs muffler. There were some new old stock piston assemblies. Like here's a piston for a Briggs. What would be even cooler if this is actually something I have and could use a piston for it. Which this thing looks kind of like it was used. But no, it wasn't. Just the top looks burned. That's kind of weird, but it does look, in fact, new. But either way, there's a brand new set of rings in there and the piston, so that's cool. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. I'm going to take some time and go through all of it. And we'll go from there. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you see something here that stands out that you want to buy it or something, or you're interested in it, then let me know down in the comments. But most of the stuff I'm going to just keep because I have a purpose for it. I'll come up with a purpose someday. But otherwise, thanks for watching.